well, I don't want, the Farm Bureau people are the only people that might be impacted by it, the Farm Bureau office next to us, so that was the
The
only
site's
one.
already improved, so.
Yeah,
I haven't heard from them, so.
okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
I think things are looking good.
Cool, and it sounds like there's several projects. So just west of us, I see a new sign up that says Retail Plaza coming. Have you seen anything from them
I'm
yet?
thinking that might be the Ferlito Group. I'm not sure what they're,
Really?
what they're
Well,
Did they have a sign
advertising.
up
I
already
don't
for
know.
advertising space for
well,
lease?
we're gonna have to address that, because they don't own it, they haven't even submitted even a concept.
Yeah.
yet.
Well, that's what I was wondering, is how are they gonna get, they're gonna have to get sewer from us, I think, from our,
That's being
we extended the sewer.
determined, yeah.
Maybe they can get it from the other direction, I don't know. But yeah, we hadn't heard it. I was shocked to see they had that up, and I thought it was premature too.
I didn't even notice it, I guess I'm
I didn't notice
oblivious
it either.
when I drive. I drive that
It
stretch
might have
twice a
just
day,
gone-
you
Maybe
don't.
not, maybe Ninth Street, then maybe.
I'm out every day, so it might have just gone up, because I just noticed it yesterday,
Okay.
so.
Okay.
But yeah, and then the car dealership taking over the medical
Subaru, yeah, that'll be
facility.
good.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be a
yeah.
nice improvement there. Sounds like they're gonna do a real nice project, so.
Yeah, yeah. Got some exciting developments in the works, so.
Oh, and then, maybe some more credit unions on the north side.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
They're like marijuana dispensaries, they're
We
everywhere.
don't allow those yet.
Oh, okay, well, we
You might
don't.
have one of those as your tenant someday, you never know.
Yeah. That's nice meeting you, and thank you. I wonder if I've spoken to you, I'm Kevin Klein.
Oh yeah, hi Kevin.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, really great to meet you. Nice to see you here.
Yeah.
I'll text him right now, yeah. Just give him a minute.
Sure. Awesome. Perfect. Well, really great to meet you in person. Yeah. Yeah, it sounded like it.
The bell
Dean.
has rock.
Yeah. I'm named after my grandpa Dean.
Huh?
I'm named after my grandpa Dean.
Oh,
So that, yeah, so that's why it's Dean. Yeah.
So I should remember that now.
Yeah.
As soon as we get started on the truck.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's a bit after 6, so we're gonna get started. I'm not sure if we have more commissioners coming, but if we do, they can jump in when they get here. Welcome. This is the Oshtemo Township Planning Commission meeting for June 27th. And if you will join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Thank you. Do we have any changes or additions for the agenda?
I'll just give you a verbal update under agenda item 8.
Okay. All right, so we'll have the agenda stand as published. Next is public comment on non-agenda items, if you're here to speak on something that's not on the agenda. Seeing none. Next item is approval of the minutes of the June 18th special meeting. We have a chance to review those, and we'll entertain a motion.
Move to approve the minutes of June 18, 2024.
Support.
We have a motion and support to approve the minutes. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Our next item is a public hearing for a special exception use, Emergency Veterinary Care Center at 6289 West Main, and we'll start with staff report.
The applicant is requesting special use approval to establish a vet clinic within the existing multi-tenant building located at 6289 West Main Street. The proposed vet clinic will serve as a 24-hour facility to provide emergency care, primarily to cats and dogs. The project area under consideration is outlined in blue on the map to the right. Vet clinics are identified as a special use within the 9th Street and West Main overlay zone. When considering a special use, the general special use review criteria outlined in section 65.30 shall be followed. An analysis of the proposal against said code section can be found in the staff report starting on page 8 of the packet. Section 65.30 of the ordinance outlines the requirements that all special uses need to meet in order to be approved. Such criteria can be found on this slide. The first looks at how the proposal aligns with the township's master plan. The township's adopted future land use plan illustrates that the property in question is located within the West Main sub-area plan. Vet clinics are permitted as a special use within the overlay. The proposed use is consistent with the master plan and is in accordance with the township's ordinance. An engineered site plan is not required for a change in occupancy of this nature, as minimal site changes are being proposed in relation to the site's exterior. However, the applicant did provide a copy of the original site plan in the proposed floor plan, which is shown on the right-hand side of the slide. The applicant is proposing a 6-foot-tall vinyl fence on the south elevation of the tenant space. This area will be enclosed with appropriate drainage and turf so pets can use the restroom if needed. The proposal will not impact access, driving aisles, or fire lanes, as the overall site layout is not changing. Sufficient parking exists. Setback requirements have been met, and all site plan requirements have been satisfied. As far as impact, numerous commercial uses currently surround the site, including Lad 242, Advia, Catherine Nails, Bronson Health, amongst many others. Vet clinic use would be harmonious with the other existing uses in the vicinity. The site was already approved for commercial activity from when the original site plan was approved back in 2021. Existing natural features will not be impacted and will remain in place. The vet clinic will be occupying the existing suite within the existing multi-tenant building on site. No kennel, dog pound, pet daycare operation is being proposed, with the proposed vet clinic being compatible with the allowable uses in the overlay zone, and there being minimal exterior site changes, and with it being in accordance with the master plan and zoning ordinance. Staff has no concerns that the proposed use will negatively affect neighboring properties or uses. And then with respects to public utilities, the multi-tenant building on site is already adequately serviced by public water and sewer. 10-foot wide shared use path adjacent to the site on the south side of West Main Street with a link to the building entrance already exists. Adequate public facilities are currently in place on site. Then lastly, no specific use requirements exist for vet clinics and similar uses, so that section is not applicable. Then recommendation, planning department staff recommend that the planning commission approve the proposed special use for a vet clinic with a gross square footage of 4,172 square feet at 6289 West Main Street with the conditions outlined on this slide. Thank you.
Any questions for Colton? Is the applicant here and would care to
Yes.
make a comment or statement?
Colton, will you put up maybe the floor plan?
Yes.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Would you step to the podium, please?
Hi, I'm here. I'm Dina Scheid. I'm the Director of Business Development at Emergency Veterinary Care Centers.
Okay. I just had one question. It's an emergency facility, so do you do regular vet service?
No, it will
It's
be
all strictly-
emergency and critical care only.
Anyone else have any questions?
I just wanted, what were the hours of operation?
24/7.
Okay.
We recently opened a facility in Holland, Michigan. We started at, I think, Thursday night through Monday morning. So while we have a lot of time to recruit, we will start covering the weekends 24 hours and then build out from there. Right now, we only have 24 hours left to be 24/7 at Holland, and we opened last October.
Okay, thank you. Well, welcome.
Any other questions for the applicant? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll have board discussion. If anyone has any questions or comments? If not, we will be ready to entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the special use permit for the property located at, I lost the address. 6289. Thank you. West Main for purposes of operating an emergency veterinary clinic, which is for critical care of animals.
And subject to,
Subject to the provisions set forth in the staff report.
okay.
A second.
We have a motion and a second to approve this site plan, special exception use. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Our next item is special exception use, that's my agenda, is a public hearing for a special exception use by B45 Academy in an existing building at 6255 Technology Drive, and we'll start with staff report.
Thank you. B45 Academy is requesting special use approval to expand their indoor baseball training facility operations into a vacant 12,500 square foot suite within an existing multi-tenant building located at 6255 Technology Avenue. The proposed indoor recreational use will also be accompanied by offices for physical therapy and chiropractic services. The property under consideration is shown on the right-hand side of your screen, with the vacant tenant space identified in green with the yellow star. Indoor recreational facilities are identified as a special use within the IR district, while the office and medical clinic uses are categorized as permitted uses by right. When considering a special use, the general special use review criteria outlined in section 65.30 shall be followed. An analysis of the proposal against said code section can be found in the staff report. So again, similar to the last one, the ordinance outlines the criteria that all special uses need to meet, and such is outlined on this slide. The first looks at how the proposal aligns with the township's master plan. The township's adopted future land use plan illustrates the property in question being located within the research office designation. Indoor recreational facilities are permitted as a special use within the IR district. The proposed use meets the master plan and the zoning ordinance. An engineered site plan is not required for a change in occupancy of this nature, as no modifications are proposed to be made in relation to the site's exterior. However, the applicant did provide a floor plan to provide greater context on the tenant space's location and overall layout. The proposal will not impact driving aisles, fire lanes, or emergency vehicle turning areas, as the overall site is not changing. The site possesses approximately 105 parking stalls, so sufficient parking already exists for this proposed use along with other uses on site in the same building. All minimum setback, access, and circulation requirements have been met. All site plan requirements have been satisfied. Now, with respects to impact, an indoor baseball training facility already occupies the same building. A martial arts studio is also located within the same business park development and was just approved 2-3 years ago. Expanding the indoor baseball training operation into the neighboring suite would be harmonious with the other existing uses in the vicinity. Existing natural features will not be impacted on site, as the exterior site is not changing. All activities associated with the special use will be kept indoors. With the proposed indoor recreational facility being compatible with allowable uses within the IR district, and with no site changes proposed, and with it being in accordance with the master plan and township ordinance, staff has no concerns that the proposed use will negatively affect neighboring properties or uses. And lastly, adequate public facilities are already in place, and no specific use requirements exist for this type of use. Recommendation, Planning Department staff recommend that the Planning Commission approve the proposed special use for B45 Academy to expand into the adjacent 12,500 square foot vacant tenant space at 6255 Technology Avenue with the conditions outlined on this slide. Thank you.
Any questions for Colton? No? Thank you, Colton.
Yeah.
Is the applicant here, and did they want
Yes.
to make a remark or statement?
Thanks for having me. I'm Pierre-Luc Laforest. I own B45 Academy.
You know Billy Conklin?
I do.
Yeah, good
A
man.
great man.
Yeah, I saw him on your literature today, so I just wanted to say I was happy to see this one come through. It's cool what you guys are doing out there. The
Thank you.
demand must be growing if you're looking to expand.
Yeah, this is phenomenal.
It's great. So,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Any questions for the applicant? No? Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll have board discussion. Does anyone have any?
No, this is pretty straightforward. Are you ready for a motion?
Yeah,
Okay.
no comments and are ready for a motion.
Where is it here? I move to approve the proposed special exception use for B45 Academy to expand into the adjacent 12,500 square foot vacant tenant space at 6255 Technology Avenue with the conditions outlined in the staff report.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and support to approve this site, this special exception use. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Congrats.
All right, moving right along here. Okay, our next item is other updates on business, so, Joey.
I was going to let you know that Suzanne Schultz from Progressive gave a very informative update to the Township Board on Tuesday of where the master plan stands and all the, summarizing the input to date, and I highly recommend that you watch it. It's only gonna be 30 minutes, and it was expertly recorded by this gentleman behind, well, he's not there. the gentleman from Public Media Network. So it should be out there and available to watch on demand, and I highly recommend that you watch it. And then, for anybody who I didn't see at the visioning session, I put this in front of your spot. If you could just write on there, and I didn't give you one, Zach, because you got one Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah. But if you fill this out, and you can just snap a picture of it and send it to me, and I'll pass it on. We're just trying to get more and more people to help craft a vision statement for inclusion in the master plan and just part of the public engagement.
Anything else?
I did see, I mean, some of you must get this magazine at home. A bunch came today, but they appear to all be for ZBA members, except this is Phil's. But there's a lot of great articles on housing in here, and they did interview Colton, Leanna, and I because of our housing plan, so maybe we're in the next issue, or... We didn't submit cool pictures like these other communities, but there are some examples of things in here that I would like this township to consider next year, and I have applied for a housing readiness incentive grant from MISHDA, which is $50,000, no match required. They just want communities to take a hard look at their ordinances, what's a burden for development, make housing more attainable. And it doesn't have to be zoning related. Some communities don't have a housing plan like we do. They don't even know what their demand is or what they're missing out on, not providing. So we have the housing plan, and now I want to take it to the next step by taking a hard look at the zoning ordinance with the help of a consultant to make some meaningful changes.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. If there's no further business, we are adjourned.